All right, let's dive into something really inspiring today.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at how we can better support young people leaving the care system
Right.
as they transition to independence.
Okay, yeah.
And specifically, we're going to be taking a look at the Charting Your Path Workbook,
Right.
which forms the backbone of a training program for key workers,
Uh-huh.
those individuals who are working directly with these young adults.
Okay.
I'm so curious to unpack this and see what makes it stand out as a program.
Yeah, it is a critical area. And, in my work in youth development, I've seen just how important it is
Yeah.
to empower care leavers with, not just information,
Right.
but the actual skills they need to navigate adult life.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, this training for key workers is really important.
Yeah.
It's all about giving them the tools to be really effective guides and mentors.
It seems like it really gets at that.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing is just how much it emphasizes that life skills are absolutely essential for care leavers.
Yes.
And it's not just those nice-to-haves.
Right.
It's tackling budgeting, cooking, digital literacy.
Yeah, think about it. You're 18,
Yeah.
suddenly on your own.
Yeah.
You have to figure out all these things most people learn within a family setting.
Exactly.
Those life skills are the foundation for confidence and resilience
Right.
as they kind of build their lives.
And the workbook itself seems incredibly practical.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by this focus on experiential learning.
Uh-huh.
It's not just about reading about budgeting,
Yeah,
but going through the process, like creating a realistic budget.
absolutely. And the training really encourages key workers to set up scenarios
Yeah.
to kind of mirror real life situations.
Right.
So instead of just talking about saving money, they might guide a young person through creating a budget based on like a fictional income
Oh, interesting.
and having to prioritize needs and wants.
Yeah, that's such a great idea.
It's really practical.
Yeah, and they've applied this approach, it seems like, to a whole range of areas. There's sections on job interview prep, handling conflicts,
Yeah.
things that can seem daunting to even begin teaching.
Right. And you're not going to just lecture about that.
Right.
So the training program utilizes techniques like role-playing and simulations.
Oh, wow.
So key workers are encouraged to practice these situations themselves,
Interesting.
taking turns playing different roles.
Okay.
It can be really helpful for both.
Oh, absolutely.
The key worker and the young person they're guiding.
It's almost like giving them a space to practice what could be awkward or stressful situations.
Yes, exactly.
And kind of build their confidence before they have to go out there in the real world.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is that this Charting Your Path program also incorporates reflection.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
There are a lot of exercises focused on reflection.
Yeah.
Why is that aspect so crucial?
Well, I think it helps connect what they're learning to their own lives, their
Yeah.
own goals.
Mm-hmm.
It's about fostering self-awareness,
Yeah.
understanding strengths,
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging maybe areas where they might need more support.
Right.
But ultimately, it's about taking ownership
Yeah.
of their journey.
So the key worker is really shifting away from being a lecturer
Yeah.
and becoming more of a guide
Yes.
and prompting these deeper reflections through these carefully crafted questions.
Yes, exactly.
And it's all about empowering that young person to take the lead in their own development.
Precisely. And there's another element woven into this program that
Yeah.
really caught my eye,
Yeah.
and that's the emphasis on group activities
Right.
and peer support.
Okay.
So even though this workbook
Yeah.
seems to be primarily designed for individual use,
Mhm.
it definitely encourages incorporating those group dynamics.
What are your thoughts on that? I think it's brilliant. That sense of community.
Yeah.
Belonging is so important, especially for those who may not have that traditional family network.
Right, exactly. So imagine transitioning to independence and feeling completely alone
Yeah.
in facing all those challenges.
Right.
Peer support groups, group discussions can provide that invaluable sense of shared experience.
Right. And it seems like Charting Your Path is structured
Yes.
in a way that facilitates those group interactions really organically.
Yes.
I'm noticing several exercises that could easily be adapted to a group setting.
Absolutely. Like sharing reflections on personal values,
Yeah.
discussing goals and challenges, even brainstorming solutions together.
Right.
So many possibilities.
It's like building a support system that extends beyond that individual key worker relationship.
Yes. And The training for key workers goes beyond just the content of the workbook.
Yeah.
It also equips them with the skills to facilitate those group interactions effectively,
Okay.
create a safe space for sharing,
All right.
and guide those conversations in a way that benefits everyone.
This program seems to have thought of everything.
Yeah.
It's clear that they've put so much care and attention into creating a really comprehensive and empowering experience.
Yeah.
But I want to dive into the specifics of the content a little bit more.
Okay.
What are some of the key life skills covered in the workbook, and how are they approached?
Well, it covers an impressive range. Budgeting, as we've discussed, is a major focus.
Yeah.
But it also dives into cooking and nutrition,
Okay.
personal care, digital literacy,
Oh, wow.
even things like home safety and basic DIY skills.
It sounds so thorough. What I find fascinating is this consistent focus on making it practical
Yeah.
and hands-on.
Yes.
So with budgeting, for instance, it's not just about learning theoretical concepts.
Right.
It's actually going through the process
Yeah.
of creating a personal budget.
Exactly. So they might give the young person a fictional income list of typical expenses,
Right.
then guide them through making choices about how to allocate their funds, prioritize needs,
Okay.
and even consider saving for emergencies.
I love that approach. It's like simulating real-world
Yes,
financial decision-making
exactly.
and giving them a taste of what they'll be facing.
Yeah.
And building their confidence in managing their own money.
And that focus on building confidence extends to other areas as well.
Yeah.
So the section on job interview preparation encourages key workers to simulate interview scenarios.
Right.
So the young person can practice answering questions, presenting themselves,
Oh, that's such a good idea.
handling those sometimes awkward interactions.
I remember my first few job interviews.
Yes.
I was such a nervous wreck.
Yes.
Having a chance to practice beforehand would have been invaluable.
Exactly. It's about creating that safe space
Yeah.
to make mistakes, get feedback, and build those skills.
Right, before entering the real-world job market.
Exactly. And the workbook doesn't shy away from more challenging topics either. There are sections dedicated to handling conflicts,
Yeah.
navigating difficult conversations, skills that are so important
Oh, absolutely.
for any relationship, whether personal or professional.
It's clear that this program is designed to be much more than just a checklist of life skills.
Yes.
It's about this holistic approach
Mm-hmm.
to supporting these young people
Yeah.
as they transition to independence,
Exactly.
equipping them with not just those practical tools, but also the emotional resilience they need to thrive.
Absolutely. And a key part of that is encouraging them to reflect on their experiences.
Yeah.
To identify their strengths, challenges,
Yeah.
and to really take ownership of their journey.
Right.
It's about empowering them to become the architects of their own lives.
I'm truly impressed by the thoughtfulness and the care
Yeah.
that has gone into developing this. It's not about ticking boxes.
Right.
It's about truly empowering these young people to build successful and fulfilling lives.
Yes.
And it really recognizes that crucial role
Yeah.
that key workers play in that process.
I couldn't agree more. It's a fantastic example of a program
Yeah.
that's not just about providing information,
Right.
but equipping them with the skills,
Yeah.
the confidence, the support they need to thrive
Yeah.
in all aspects of their lives.
Well, from what we've seen so far,
Yeah.
this program is ticking all the right boxes.
Uh-huh.
It's practical, it's insightful,
Mm-hmm.
and most importantly, it seems genuinely focused on meeting the unique needs of care leavers.
And it highlights that supporting young people,
Yeah.
leaving the care system isn't just about offering a place to live.
Right?
It's about empowering them
Yeah.
to navigate the complexities of adulthood with confidence and resilience.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I would love to get your take on something that's been swirling in my mind as we've been discussing these life skills.
Yeah.
The workbook covers such a wide range of areas. It really got me thinking about my own path to independence and all the things I wish I had learned earlier on.
That's a really interesting point. We often take for granted the skills we've acquired.
Yeah.
But looking back, I'm sure we can all identify areas where we could have benefited from more support or guidance.
Exactly. And it makes me wonder,
Yeah.
what are some of those life skills that people often overlook
Right.
or underestimate the importance of,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to transitioning to independence?
That's such a great question.
Yeah.
And one that I think deserves some dedicated exploration.
Yeah.
There are so many skills beyond the practical ones that play a crucial role in navigating the adult world successfully.
Yeah.
One that often comes to mind is the ability to advocate for yourself.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's about effectively communicating your needs, boundaries,
Yeah.
which can be especially crucial for young people who may have had limited opportunities to practice this skill.
That's a really insightful point. I mean, we're often taught to be polite, accommodating,
Right.
but knowing how to assert yourself respectfully
Yes,
is essential in so many situations.
absolutely. Whether it's negotiating a lease,
Yeah.
requesting a raise, or
Mhm.
even setting boundaries in personal relationships.
Right.
Having the confidence and the skills to advocate for yourself can make a world of difference.
And I imagine that's even more critical
Yes.
for care leavers
Yes.
who may have had to rely on others to advocate for them in the past.
Exactly.
Learning to speak up for themselves is a huge step
Yes.
toward taking ownership of their lives.
Precisely. It's about empowering them to make their voices heard
Yeah.
and to navigate those situations where they need to stand up for what they believe in.
It's amazing how this conversation keeps circling back to this theme of empowerment.
Yes.
This Charting Your Path program
Yeah,
seems to be designed with that goal at its core.
it truly is.
And beyond advocating for themselves, another skill that often gets overlooked
Yeah.
is emotional regulation.
Yes. Think about it.
Yeah.
As young adults transition to independence, they're going to encounter all sorts of challenges and setbacks.
That's inevitable.
Exactly. Life throws curveballs at everyone.
Yeah.
But especially when you're navigating uncharted territory,
Right.
being able to manage those difficult emotions, cope with stress, bounce back from setbacks,
Yeah.
absolutely crucial for their well-being and their ability to keep moving forward.
I can see how that ties into those reflective exercises we talked about.
Yes.
It's not just about learning those practical skills,
Right.
but also developing that inner strength
Exactly.
and resilience to weather the storms.
And the training program equips key workers
Yeah.
with strategies to help young people identify healthy coping mechanisms,
Right.
develop self-care routines,
Okay.
build those essential emotional regulation skills.
It's like giving them a toolkit, not just for those practical tasks,
Right.
but for navigating the ups and downs of life itself.
Exactly.
It's a really holistic approach.
And what's fascinating is that the program also addresses something we don't often think of as a life skill, seeking out and utilizing support systems.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I can see how that would be so vital,
Yes.
especially for care leavers who may not have those natural family networks to fall back on.
Exactly. It's about helping them understand it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
Identify trusted individuals they
Mhm.
can turn to for support
Right.
and build those connections that can provide guidance and encouragement along the way.
So it's not just about building skills
Right.
within themselves,
Yeah.
but also building a network of support around them.
That's right. It's about recognizing that independence doesn't mean going it alone.
Yeah.
It's about having those skills to build a community,
Mm-hmm.
seek out mentors,
Yeah.
leverage those relationships to achieve their goals.
That's such a powerful message.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Charting Your Path program really excels
Yes.
at creating opportunities for that kind of connection and support.
Absolutely.
From the group activities we discussed
Mm-hmm.
to the emphasis on mentorship and building trust with key workers.
Right.
The program is really designed to foster those supportive relationships.
Yeah.
That can make all the difference.
Exactly.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
It has.
It's clear that supporting care leavers
Mm-hmm.
as they transition to independence
Yes.
requires a much more nuanced approach
Yes.
than simply providing housing
Right.
or financial assistance.
I completely agree.
It's about empowering them with a wide range of skills, practical, emotional, and social, that will enable them to thrive in all aspects of their lives.
I completely agree.
And Charting Your Path seems to be an exceptional example
Yeah.
of a resource that's doing just that. It's
Yes.
comprehensive, it's thoughtfully designed,
Mhm.
and most importantly, it's clearly focused on the unique needs of this population.
It's a shining example of what's possible when we take a truly holistic, person-centered approach
Yeah.
to supporting young people
Yeah.
as they embark on this exciting
Right.
but often challenging journey towards independence.
As we've been talking about these various life skills, I've been thinking about my own experiences
Right.
and the things I wish I had learned earlier on.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder what our listeners are reflecting on as well. What are some of the life skills that they wish they had mastered sooner, and how might they have approached learning them differently?
That's a great question to pose to our audience.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that learning and growth are ongoing processes,
Right.
and we can all benefit
Yeah.
from reflecting on our own journeys and identifying areas where we can continue to develop.
And maybe by sharing our experiences and insights,
Yes.
we can help each other along the way.
Yes.
After all, that's what this deep dive is all about.
Exactly.
Exploring ideas, sharing knowledge, and hopefully sparking some new perspectives.
It's about recognizing that we're all on this journey together,
Yeah.
constantly learning
Right.
and evolving.
Yeah.
And that's especially true for young people.
Yeah.
Transitioning from care.
Right.
They need our support, our encouragement,
Right.
and our belief
Yeah.
in their potential.
Well said. And speaking of support, let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and delve into the role of mentorship in the lives of care leavers.
Right.
We talked about the crucial role that key workers play, but I'm curious to explore this broader concept of mentorship
Yeah.
and its impact on their transition to independence.
That's a fantastic topic to dive into.
Yeah.
Mentorship can be such a powerful force
Yeah.
in the lives of young people, especially those who may not have traditional family support systems.
Right.
Imagine having someone outside the formal care system
Yeah.
who believes in you,
Right.
champions your goals, and provides guidance, encouragement
Yeah.
along the way.
It's like having that extra layer of support. Someone who's been there, done that,
Exactly.
it can offer a different perspective.
And research has shown that mentorship can have a profound impact on a wide range of outcomes for care leavers,
Okay.
from educational attainment to employment success
Wow.
to overall well-being.
So it's not just about the warm and fuzzy feelings.
Right.
There's actual data
Yes.
to support that positive impact
Absolutely.
of mentorship.
And what's interesting is that mentorship can take many different forms.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a formal, structured program.
Right.
It can be as simple as a consistent connection
Yeah.
with a trusted adult who offers guidance, support, a listening ear.
So it's about fostering those authentic relationships
Yes.
that provide a sense of belonging and connection.
Precisely.
And the Charting Your Path program actually encourages key workers to explore opportunities for mentorship
Yes.
within the community. It recognizes that while key workers play a vital role,
Yeah.
expanding those support networks can be incredibly beneficial.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's about creating a web of support
Yeah.
that goes beyond the formal care system
Right.
and embraces the power of community.
And the training program offers guidance
Yes.
on how to identify potential mentors, facilitate those connections, ensure that the mentorship relationship is safe, supportive,
Yes.
and beneficial for both parties.
Exactly.
It sounds like they really thought through all the angles.
They have.
And what's remarkable is they've integrated this focus on mentorship seamlessly into the overall framework
Yes.
of the program.
It's not an afterthought. It's woven into the fabric of the approach.
I'm really starting to see why this program is so highly regarded. It's not just about teaching life skills in isolation.
Right.
It's about creating an ecosystem of support that empowers care leavers to thrive.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that true independence isn't just about mastering practical tasks. It's about having the confidence, the resilience, and the support systems in place to navigate the complexities of life with agency and purpose.
And it's about recognizing the transformative power of human connection.
Yes.
Having someone who believes in you challenges you to grow and is there to celebrate your successes can make all the difference in the world.
You've hit upon something truly profound. It's those relationships that often make the difference between simply surviving and truly thriving.
And as we've been exploring this Charting Your Path program, I've been so impressed by how intentionally it incorporates that element of human connection.
It's not just a workbook. It's a catalyst for building meaningful relationships that can empower young people to reach their full potential.
It's a testament to the understanding that true support goes beyond the transactional.
Exactly.
It's about fostering genuine connection, empathy,
Yeah.
and belief in the inherent worth
Yes.
and potential of every individual.
So well said.
So it's not just about teaching skills.
Right?
It's about fostering a sense of belonging and possibility.
Yes.
It's about igniting that spark
Yeah.
within each young person
Yeah.
and empowering them to create the life that they envision for themselves.
Beautifully said. And that's what makes this program so impactful. It's
Yeah.
not just about equipping young people for independence. It's about empowering them to thrive.
It's inspiring to see how this program goes beyond just checking off boxes
Yeah.
and really focuses on nurturing the whole person.
Yes.
And thinking about all of this
Yeah.
has got me reflecting on what really helped me become independent.
Mm.
And it wasn't just knowing how to do laundry or write a resume.
Right.
It was that inner belief that I could figure things out,
Yeah.
that I had people in my corner.
That's such a crucial point.
Yeah.
You know, the Charting Your Path program, while it's based on that Elevate Care Insights workbook,
Yeah.
it understands that key workers aren't just delivering information. They're building relationships
Oh, yeah.
that foster that sense of self-efficacy.
Right.
They're teaching young people they have the power to shape their own futures.
And that brings us back to the power of this training.
Yes.
It equips key workers
Yeah.
to provide that kind of deep, transformative support.
Exactly. The training program is designed to give key workers practical strategies,
Yeah.
but also to help them understand the deeper needs
Right.
of the young people
Yeah.
they're working with.
Yeah.
It encourages them to be mentors, advocates, guides, not just instructors.
It's about empowering the key workers so they can empower the care leavers.
I love that analogy.
It's like a ripple effect
Yes.
of positive change.
You know, as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I think there's one more crucial takeaway for our listener.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that supporting care leavers
Yeah.
isn't just the responsibility of social workers or organizations.
Right.
It's something we can all contribute to.
That's a powerful thought.
Yeah.
What are some ways everyday people can make a difference?
There are so many ways to get involved.
Yeah.
Volunteering your time to mentor a young person,
Okay.
donating to organizations that support care leavers, even just raising awareness
Yeah.
about the challenges they face
Right.
can make a real impact.
Even small actions can create ripples.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if anyone listening is interested in learning more about the Charting Your Path program or how to get involved in supporting care leavers,
Yeah.
we'll be sure to include some resources in the show notes.
Absolutely. Because ultimately, creating a more supportive and equitable world
Right.
for care leavers is a collective effort. It's about extending a hand,
Yeah.
offering guidance,
Right.
and believing in their potential
Yeah.
to achieve amazing things.
This has been such a thought-provoking deep dive.
It has.
It's clear that empowering care leavers on their path to independence requires more than just providing basic necessities.
Yeah.
It's about equipping them with those essential life skills,
Yeah.
fostering their confidence and resilience,
Right.
and surrounding them with a network of support.
And it's about recognizing that each young person
Yeah.
has unique talents, aspirations.
Yeah.
Our role is to empower them to discover those talents,
Yeah.
pursue their dreams,
Right.
and build a future filled with purpose and meaning.
So for our listener, as you move forward, remember this.
Okay.
Keep learning, keep advocating,
Yeah.
and keep believing in the power of human connection
Yeah.
to create positive change.
And never underestimate the impact you can have on a young person's life. Your support, your guidance, and your belief in their potential can make all the difference in the world.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time,
Yes.
keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep wrangling.